Hey everyone, Tanner Bell here, and welcome back to the Maker's Gonna Learn YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you here today because we are sharing 10 different Cricut mat hacks. You are definitely going to find something new in this video, even if you are a seasoned Cricut crafter, because we are sharing some brand new hacks as well as some of our tried and true favorites when it comes to the Cricut mat. Now, if you're new around here, I want to invite you to try our membership for $1 if you have not already gave it a shot. The link is right down below, and who wouldn't want to join the over thousands of crafters that are already taking full benefits of our entire membership. So check that out down below as well. That's a special gift from me to you. But if you're excited to learn all about all of these amazing Cricut mat hacks, stay tuned. All right, my friends, now hack number one is something that I am definitely putting here for all my budget-friendly crafters, and this revolves around the 12 by 24 inch mat. Have you all ever bought one of these? Traditionally, I hear from Cricketers, Tanner, I have a 12 by 24 mat, but I've never needed to use it. Well, today, my friends, I have a really great hack for you because for a pack of 2 of these 12 by 24 mats, they're $14. Or you could buy 3 on-brand Cricut mats, meaning the Cricut branded mats that are 12 by 12 for $21. So our first hack today is actually simply to cut our mat right here in half. And what this will allow you to do is have 2 beautiful Cricut mats that you're able to use for a significantly cheaper price than buying just individual 12 by 24 mats. Now this isn't for everyone, but I definitely love having some of these on hand. So let me share with you exactly how I would cut it and how I would use it. So it's actually really self-explanatory. The mats are easy to cut. So we're just gonna take a pair of scissors and we're just going to cut at that 12-inch mark. So just cutting right here in the middle, and you can see it cuts really easily. I'm just going nice and slow, staying on that 12-inch line. And then here's the deal. There you have it. And then look right here. In a pinch, or if you're just wanting to get budget friendly, you have 2 awesome Cricut mats. The only caveat is with a traditional mat, you could turn it either way and load it into your machine. When it comes to this new hack way, you are only going to be able to load it in via the top or via the bottom of your mat, which is really impressive to though still save quite a bit of money and not have to worry about anything else. So just make sure if you're going to do this hack to always load it in this way. Hack number 2 is one that you may have already seen here on the YouTube channel, but if you're new to Cricut, you probably haven't. Have you ever had a dirty Cricut mat? Especially if you work with the fabric grip mat, you know more than any mat, this is the one that gets dirty. So my favorite, absolute favorite way to clean a Cricut mat is actually the easiest way to clean a Cricut mat, and that is with a baby wipe. The reason why, you don't have to go to the kitchen, you don't have to find a sink, you don't have to let it dry. It pretty much dries within the first 5 to 10 minutes, so it's really impressive. So all you need is a baby wipe. And let me share with you how easy it is to clean this Cricut mat. So I like to start in a corner, and then I just like to go in this circular motion. And then as you start going in the circular motion, you'll start seeing all the debris, all the gunk, everything coming off. Now, what I want to let you all know is this isn't actually taking off the adhesive, which is kind of the misconception about being able to clean a Cricut mat. The adhesive is still on the mat, and the reason that your mat is no longer sticky isn't because it lost its stick, it's because there's so much debris keeping it from being able to be sticky again. So the baby wipe is allowing you to come in and quickly just take off that debris and allow your mat to be restuck. So this would actually be great for anyone in a pinch that is wanting to be able to clean their Cricut mats with ease really quickly. You can see mine has quite a bit of debris on it. So I'm going to probably use 2 or 3 baby wipes by the end of this mat cleaning. And you can look right here and see how amazing is it that after the moisture of the baby wipe kind of dries up, you're going to be able to refill your mat and feel how perfectly clean it is, which is really impressive. And I think you are going to love being able to clean your Cricut mats with a baby wipe if you haven't already. I prefer this method over LA's Totally Awesome. I prefer this method over the Dawn dish soap method in the sink, just because of how easy it is, and the best part, you don't leave your craft room. And look at this, my friends. Now we've been able to totally transform this Cricut mat. So all you're going to do is let it set for, again, just a few minutes. And within a few minutes, you're going to feel that tack. On the corner I started on, you can already feel that it's getting sticky again. And as long as you don't apply too much pressure, none of that adhesive is going to be removed. Up next, I have a hack for you that if you're again on my budget-friendly crafter side, right? Over the last year, off-brand Cricut mats have become very popular. As you can see here, I have numerous different ones that you are able to purchase, whether it's at your local craft store, on Amazon, or anywhere else on the internet. So this hack right here is actually you can use off-brand Cricut mats. I have an old video I posted last year when they first started getting popular where I actually tested 3 or 4 different brands. So you can check that one out. It's like the ultimate mat comparison. But what I want to let you all know is that there's been even more enter the marketplace. So if you're interested in me doing a full in-depth review of all the mats, be sure to leave me a comment. We have some of them here today that you're able to try out. And what I want to let you know is that they're significantly cheaper than buying a true on-brand Cricut mat. So whichever brand you go with, they have their pros, they have their cons. My disclaimer for this hack: when you are working with another company's mat, this brand here today could work great, but when you reorder a month or 2 from now, you could see their quality shift. Cricut has a reputation of taking great care of their customers, having a great mat, machine, things like that. So you're going to know they're not going to make a quick shift in providing a product that is not top quality. Some of these other brands I've never heard of before. So you take this with a grain of salt when you're picking the mat you want to work with. For example, I will give props to Cricut because the Cricut mats have been a go-to for me and my team for over the past year. Some of these other ones have been working great for us, but they're newer, so I can't really give you a full review on what I think of them yet. But for Cricut, I've loved working with them, and we've been using them for over a year because I believe I did the math, and each mat is roughly like $4 to $5 compared to a significantly higher price at Cricut mats. So you can take that with and do what you will with it, but if you're looking to save some money, you can definitely use an off-brand mat. This next one, I bet you've never thought about. So when you are going to get ready to cut and you have a Cricut mat that you're wanting to get, again, stretch the life out of this Cricut mat, here's what you need to do. You need to start placing your images around all over the mat because it's automatically go set it to cut in this top left corner. So let me share with you how easy it is to move it around. So once you're over here in Cricut, you can see I've already pressed make it. And look at this, guys. We're going to hold down our image and we're just going to drag it over. So maybe sometimes cut over in the right corner. Maybe sometimes cut down in the bottom left corner. You know, you can pick different places to move it, but all you want to do to get the longest lifespan out of your Cricut mat is continually start using different corners of your Cricut mat because time and time again, if you're anything like me, this side gets wore out and I'm going to have to get a new mat a lot quicker than if I rotate the mat this way and start using this side, it's still the top left, or just like I showed you, click your image, drag it over and start using different corners. Now, as much as I love being able to clean my Cricut mat with a baby wipe, what if I told you we could probably solve that whole problem by being able to cover our felt with contact paper before we actually even apply it onto the Cricut mat? Have you heard of this hack and still not tried it? Let me share with you how easy it is. All you're going to do is take your contact paper. I kind of like to go ahead and figure out how much I need first. So all we can do is lay that here, and then we're just going to cut out a piece of this here, just like so. And then we can just cut this right here. Okay, so all you're going to do is be able to lay your felt down flat. We're going to peel up this contact paper right here. So we're going to remove this backing and we're going to apply it onto the back of our felt. So if you have a specific, front of your felt, make sure you're applying it to the back. You just peel this back and then look right here. We're going to do the taco method. So just like I apply transfer tape onto vinyl, we're going to do the same for our contact paper onto our felt. So we're going to lay that here and then roll it out. And then now if there's any bubbles, you can simply take this each way, just like so. All right, so now that you have been able to apply the contact paper onto the felt, what you'll be able to do is apply your felt contact paper side down. So look right here. We have the contact paper, we're applying it down onto the mat, and as you can tell, what is actually being stuck is the contact paper onto the mat. So traditionally, if we were to have stuck this felt onto the mat, just straight on, when I peel this up, there's gonna be a ton of debris. There's gonna be some little felt pieces that you would definitely have to clean after 2 or 3 pieces of felt. Now, you're gonna be able to cut something out. We have tested this time and time again, and guess what? The results are the same as if we didn't use the contact paper. But my favorite part is look right here. When we go ahead to peel this up, when we peel up our felt, there's no debris. There's no cleanup and nothing that is going to keep you from having a clean mat time and time again. So definitely, if you're thinking about a new hack to try, I recommend this one for felt or any material like that. If you're ever struggling with your Cricut mat after you've loaded it into the Cricut and you notice that the mat kind of warps down, with select material, that is going to happen. So I have a hack for you to avoid it. Now, one material that I like to do this with is glitter heat transfer vinyl, because I notice that, it's a thicker material, and when it's not perfectly flat, it starts to warp or anything like that and not get the best cuts. So let me share with you how you're gonna be able to do this. So I'm just gonna apply this on real quick, and then I wanna share with you, I have 2 different ideas that you can do for this hack. One, I know you already have in your craft room, so I wanna talk about it first. And then the second one is a little bit better, but you may not have it. So everyone has one of these thick vinyl roll holders. So when you are done with a roll, or if the roll is not even done and you want to test this, you can do that. That's what I did. So you are going to be able to load this into the machine. Just load it in and see, it's warped down, not good. If you take this and place it right here, and you can see it's going to keep it right there, and it moves with it. It stays there, which is great. And then it rolls back out. So it's going to, kind of keep its place, which is incredible while you're doing that cut with any material, and it's staying flat, which is perfect. Now, let me share with you another idea. So let me unload the mat, and you can move this. Now, actually take a paint stir stick. Now, this is a pretty large paint stir stick. I love this one. We use this for 5-gallon buckets of paint, so we have quite a few in the office, but I have a really easy workaround if you want to use a 12 by 24 mat. This is what I would recommend, because this is not going to cut it with a 12 by 24 mat. So this is actually really easy. You want to open up your little tray right here, place this in right in the middle, and then you can still kind of snap like one of these down, and then boom. You can again load in your mat, and it's going to protect and keep everything perfectly squared away, just like so. So whichever one you want to do, this is going to keep your mat perfectly flat and not warped down and potentially ruin any material during the cutting process. All right, my friends, this mat hack you are going to absolutely love, because maybe you need a 12 by 24 mat, you don't want to buy one, or you're out of them. Here's a hack for you that actually works. So you're going to take 2 Cricut mats. As you can tell, they're not even the same, formulas, and that's totally fine. So they can actually just still be meshed together. So we're going to create our own 12 by 24 inch mat, because if we have a bunch of vinyl on here, having that 1 inch where there's no adhesion is going to be totally fine, especially with that 12 by 24 inch mat. So all you want to do is line it up here. You're creating your own mat, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add some painter's tape. Painter's tape right here is the secret sauce. So we're just going to peel it. We're going to make sure there's about 2 or 3 extra inches of overhang on each side. And we're just going to adhere this down. And then what we're going to do is lift up just like so. And voila. You now have a DIY 12 by 24 inch Cricut mat made in under, what, 20, 30 seconds? It is that easy. So in case that you need to do that, or maybe you don't traditionally cut something this large, but you have an order and you need to get it done tonight or anything like that, you all know we've been in craft pinches like that. Now you have another really great craft hack to keep in your back pocket. If you're anything like me, you definitely need this Cricut mat hack. How many times have you accidentally threw away the protective sheet that comes with the Cricut mat? Imagine this disappears. What are you going to do? Here are 2 ideas that I think you're going to really enjoy. Number 1, you can actually buy a Mylar protective sheet at the craft store that will act as a protective sheet for your craft mat. But if you're saying, Tanner, I don't want to have to buy something, here's what I would do. I would go and just have on hand a Dollar Tree shower curtain, and believe it or not, you can cut those clear shower curtains up for only $1 and have many, many different protective sheets for your mat. So whichever way you want to go about it, you're going to have that for when you don't want to let your Cricut mat get dusty. Now that you know you can buy off-brand Cricut mats, guess what? Now you need a way to store them. What I recommend is just going and picking up some command hooks, and my favorite place to put the command hooks is actually inside cabinets to be able to store the mats. Now if you have a craft room, feel free to use it as a decorative piece that is also functional, where you're able to put your command hook up, hang your mats on it, and now you'll be able to keep them nice and organized without them all over your craft room. If you noticed, I was struggling earlier being able to put my glitter HTV onto my Cricut mat and line it up straight. I have a Cricut hack for you. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to be able to put your mat underneath the Cricut. So once you position it underneath the Cricut, you can see only a little bit is exposed. And now what you're going to be able to do is line it up just like so. Position this down. And then as you pull, be able to apply your vinyl or HTV down onto your mat. And look at that. I've never been able to apply glitter HTV, especially with so much ease, than using this Cricut hack. My friends, I hope my promise stayed true, and if you are even a seasoned Cricut crafter, that you found a new Cricut hack that you're going to be able to start incorporating in your crafting today. If I was right, be sure to leave me a comment, as I want to hear from you. Which of these Cricut hacks was your favorite? Which one do you plan on using this week? And if you've given these a shot, let me know how they turned out in the comments down below. Now, my friends, if you love seeing me try new Cricut hacks, share with you my favorite Cricut hacks, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the Maker's Gonna Learn YouTube channel, as we post brand new Cricut videos every single week. And again, if you haven't been able to try out our membership, we have a 7-day dollar trial. When you become a member of Maker's Gonna Learn, you get a lot more than just cut files. You're gonna get inspiration, education, and motivation to master that Cricut machine of yours. If you love our free videos here on the channel, you're gonna absolutely love our member experience. So definitely check that out, link down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be back real soon with more Cricut hacks, and until then, I'll see you later. Bye guys.